Growing up was interesting. I grew up partly in the barracks, and I grew up in the barrack and Lagos, barracks in Lagos. I'm a military son. Growing up was fantastic. It was fantastic. Well, a lot of challenges, coming into the industry. I think I started in the university. I've always loved to act, to sing, and to put smiles on people's face as stand-up comedian. I started in university, and later we moved down to Lagos, labor markets, and to face the real deal. It was not easy. I found my way to Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, that's in 2001. I was opportuned to play some roles with some of the actors then. They are now veterans, and the likes of Paulo Basile, Zach Oji, Felix Duka, and so on like that. So, after trying several roles, all they give us then is Waka Pass, a minor role. So, and my academics is being affected as well. Like, I have to manage school, then I withdrawn from acting. I faced my university, and when I graduated, I came back. But it was not the Actors Guild of Nigeria, now the Yoruba movie. I played my first role, Uwagbaranla. It's an old landlord, a troublesome landlord. That's my first Yoruba movie, Uwagbaranla. Then that was where I started. That was how I started. On the stand-up comedy, it was the first performance I did was in 2005 under Corporate Pictures label, Fuji Time. All these Yoruba comedies shows then. I did Entertainment Day, and that was how I started. But there's a particular one that gave me a recognition in the industry. It was during the birthday of a veteran, a musician, K1 the Ultimate. K1 at 50, I was given opportunity to perform by Alariwo of Africa. So I did a comedy, I did a joke, and about the way a lot of people advertise their movies, the Igbos and the Yorubas and the Americans. And that was what gave me introduction, I'll call it, into the industry on that stand-up comedy. So it has not been easy. We are still there. I'm nothing but I'm just an upcoming artist till now. So in every walk, let me say all walk, like we have a lot of people mistake artists, or probably those who are into showbiz, they call them star. I'm sorry to say, we are all stars in our own area of specialization. Wherever you find yourself and you're doing what you're doing, you know what you're doing and you're good with it, I believe you're a star. So, and I believe the way we face it in the entertainment industry, the medical line, the lawyers, the builders, they face it. There is competition everywhere, and there is aggressiveness everywhere. So it's your whole uniqueness and creativity that will make you stand out from others. You need to rack your brain all the time and do your own work, and you have to keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. That's it. I've never dreamt to be a military man. No. I've always dreamt to be what I'm doing today, right from the onset. Though my mom used to tell me, how do you mean you want to be? No, you can't. I want you to be a doctor. I want you to be a lawyer. Those are the songs they sing to our ear and then. But I said, no, mommy, I want to be an entertainer. You can imagine, right from the onset, this is what I've always dreamt to be. So, that's it. It's fulfilling because at least what I am doing, and I can put food on my table, I can pay my bills, and I'm recognized in my society. My inspiration, I always get my inspiration from nature. I love nature. So, people get inspiration from drugs. I see that as a fallacy. So, drug kills. How would you get your inspiration from drug? I get my inspiration from nature. I like a quiet place. I like to see the trees, the birds, animals. Drug does not give inspiration. It kills. It's damage, damages you, shorten your lifespan. Everything that drugs will do to you, I don't know, I'm not a medical student, but I can try. Every drug is bad. When it's not prescribed for you, it becomes a poison. That's what I know about drugs. Then, by the time you take drugs, I think you're playing with your kidney, because the kidney and liver, and whatever affects the kidney and liver, once they are not functioning well, so you're packing up. So say no to drugs. It's bad. It's good homework. Apart from going on set to act, like my close sets, I do rehearse. I do a lot of rehearsals, and since it's what I love doing, I think I've got passion. The passion I have for it makes me do it better. Misconception: Baba T is a gigolo. He dated an older woman and gets money from just one. There is what we call fallacy of irrelevant conclusion. Actually, I've never said it for a while, but since you asked a question, but I would want people, when you get any news about Nigerian celebrities, or probably even if they are not celebrities, anyone, there's what we call research methodology. You should be able to carry out your research very well. It's because it's our country, we don't sue people for libel or defamation of character, or, assassinating one's character, which is very, very bad. So I think we should be conscious of what we say about them, and what the rumors we blow around them. And we should always mind what we write, or probably the comments we pass to people. Gigolo. Somebody dating an older person doesn't mean that person is trying to extort the person. Love can come naturally. Feelings can come naturally. Some works and some don't work. You understand? But there should be, if you have dated an elderly person, or probably an older person, I cannot conclude that is what you do if you have done it once. There's what we call fallacy of irrelevant conclusion. Bola is a lawyer. All lawyers are liars. So therefore, Bola is what? Is a liar. That's a fallacious statement. According to you, you are press. You understand? You were taught in school. I'm sure you were taught in school. So you should, if Babati has dated older, and cases like that occurred, we should be able to see like, okay, wow, so this guy has dated his Kotoman Shinani. He has been doing that, you know. There was just a relationship. I'm never married. You've done several weddings for me on her. Well, this marriage is this. You've given me several babies of this. We should just get the facts before you say it. Even to the bloggers, please. Let's be conscious of what we write. Whenever you say celebrities, you just write. You say celebrities, you just want to. You say we should be conscious so that we will not step on toes unnecessarily. I'm sure the law in Nigeria now, I'm sure there is a penalty for defamation of character, which I think I've seen like 2 or 3 cases like that. Yes, there's defamation of character. There's character assassination. It is not when you get a gun and you kill. By the time you pass wrong information about a particular brand, I will tell you what it's going to do. An actor working hard to impress, to put food on the table, to be a good model to people. A lot of people out there that really appreciate the actor as their fans, you know, as their role model. They can end up doing what that particular person is doing. By the time you send the wrong signal to them, they can emulate that as well, and it can affect the society negatively. So please, let's stop assassinating people's characters. Let's stop passing a wrong signal on negativity about Nigerian celebrity. Please, we love you all. Without you, we don't exist. I know. Can I do that myself? No. We need you. All we need from you is your prayers. And God bless you. We love you all. Thank you. I've done, I did a lot of English movie at the preliminary when I just started. Like I said earlier on, I started under Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN. So I've done so many wakapas. I think a speaking role I did that I really loved was 14th of February by Paul Obasele. So I was there. I was in private scene by Lancelot. I was in Preach On, No Running Away. So and so on. My take on piracy. Piracy. Probably maybe because the way it sounds, you know, it's like, you know, there's some fine name, some things that are killing. They sound fine, they sound appealing to people at times. Piracy. Piracy is like, what is my take on murder case on the life of artists? That is another word for piracy. It's really killing. But we have done so many rallies, we have done so many write-up, we have demonstrated stop piracy, stop piracy. The only way I think piracy can be reduced, because I don't think it can be eradicated. Even in abroad there is piracy. But the only way I think it can be reduced is with the help of the government. We can't reduce it or probably eradicate it without the help of the government. So we are begging them, our Oga at the top, to please be merciful to us. We are walking like an elephant. we eat like an ant. You produce a movie worth of 60 million naira, and at the end of the day, you can't account for 20 million. That is the damage. That is the rate. That is the ratio of what we face with piracy. So I will always be against piracy, that God Almighty will deliver us from the hands of the evil ones that does not want us to eat from our sweat, from our labor. Look on stop piracy. Biko. Ejo. Yes, that was my first movie. That was my first Yoruba movie. You know, you have to act like an old man. Then your movements must be slowed, the way you talk and everything. I think that is the most difficult one I've ever experienced. So that's it. Well, yes, when you have a friend as a wife to be, when you have a partner as a companion, when you have somebody that you so much cherish and God ordained bone of your bone, I think you won't have problem. I would say that is for every man to sit down and say, oh wow, my wife is good, or I have a good husband. I think it's the grace of God. It's just where they are nothing but an opportunist. So it's just a great opportunity from God to have a good wife or to have a good husband. But there are two things that are needed in any relationship. First is tolerance. The second is endurance. And the third is contentment. Your husband is tall, you appreciate him. He's rich, he's okay. On the other side, you are perfect with him. We live in Aja, you are fine. We stay in Agege tomorrow, it's okay. Because our parents went through a lot. So when we started growing up, I appreciate our parents more. Like, wow. Especially those that came from a polygamous family. So those are the three things. And to entertainment industry, people will say, oh, wow, they don't keep their homes, or those they have single mothers, they have that, they have that. It happens everywhere. It happens to lawyers, it happens to doctors, it happens to teachers, but because we are into show business, they believe it's abnormal. No, it's not abnormality. But those three things are needed for us to keep our relationship or keep our home. So, and we advise the women and the men to please always zip up and appreciate their woman. And another thing that I would like to add to is, like, when people get married, when they have wives, when they get married, they see their wife like, I can't take this lady out. I can't take this lady to club. I used to go, if it's club that you love to go, take your woman at least once in a while. Take your woman out. And if you think you should be proud of her, don't see your woman as, because the day you abandon your woman and someone else is giving your woman an attention that you are depriving her from, she might leave you. Same thing goes to men. So that's it. I'm working on my comedy music, like that of Benga Deboye. So, Gigolo. That's the title of the comedy music. Where we have Fujiero, Gigolo, Sister Rita, that is comedy. And I did a track for my friend, late Moji Olaiya. Tribute to Moji Olaiya. It's coming soon. Watch out to Gigolo. Ogundipe. I don't believe in it. Nawala.
even one woman, to keep a woman and to sustain and live for the rest of your life with a woman, you know, you have to go through a lot. So not talk about 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are our fathers. Then the women we are talking about, our mothers are different from you guys. The women of nowadays, again, pumping, club, palm on leash, Instagram, no. Only one is like 500. So you now keep 1, 2, 3. You are just you are inviting something else to your life. So one man, one woman is okay. Fake and flamboyant life. You are deceiving yourself. Yes, you, inside you, you know you are deceiving yourself. Yes, you are not what you are painting people to because of jobs or something. You are not what you are. And you know within yourself, like you live in that lake, you know that 4.5 million naira is on the eyesight. You need to run to do some things you are not meant to do, just to keep to your status. That's okay, this is where you are deceiving yourself. How long are you going to do that? Can you do that for like 10 years? No, you can't. Even if you succeed 10, can you do that for like 20 years? No. So when you leave, you cut your fabrics according to your size. You will be there is what we call, I don't know the word to use. You will be fulfilled within yourself when you know you are living you. You are not living other people's life. So you know they pretend though. Nobody know the mess. Nobody know the shit. Abi, what do you know? Be you know inside you. People will not know. So be real. Let's stop being fake. I'm a stand-up comedian and I'm an actor. As a stand-up comedian, I give it to the late Binga Adeboye. I prefer okay. Baba of blessed memory. And Ali Baba, now I born from my mother's side, Urobo. I said, me go abroad, so you now go, maybe by shouting me, then they jump up for stage. So those are the two people. And in the industry, well, I give it to Adebayo Salami, Okabilu, Otumba Aremu, Adebayo Salami. I've been watching him right from the onset, Awada Keri. I see him, he looks more like my dad, though my dad is taller version, like Anta, but they have the same courage, the way they walk. So I've always loved to be like him. And I thank God for God that I was opportune to meet him. I don't know, underrated. How do you rate an actor? By awards, people awarding somebody, or probably you're out there and you appreciate somebody and you come together to create a dinner or something, or to appreciate those people. I'm not underrated because every day my fans put smiles on my face. They appreciate me. So I'm not underrated. I think they love what I'm doing. Those are the people that can award you. You don't know them, they know you. They don't pretend. Even if little pretend, like they can't all pretend to love you. You see some things that they do unconsciously. So, and those are the appreciation. Those are the power. Those are the food of entertainment. When your fans, that is why we don't commonize them. You see your fans as your small God, because whatever they give back to you, what their response is to you, those are the things that you feel within you that, wow, okay, I'm doing this and I need to keep doing this. So they are the power for any artist. Your fans are your power. My greatest fear in life is to die without asking for forgiveness from God. Few minutes. I always pray to God, like even if it's 5 seconds or probably 10 seconds, God should give me the grace to say, unto your hand I commit my soul. That God should give me the grace, and I'm praying to my God. A few seconds, if it's not a minute, before my time. My greatest fear in life is to die without asking for forgiveness from God. I watched Roti by Kole Afolayan. Fantastic movie. Upcoming actors in the industry the first foundation is education. After education, they should not be eager to be a star, so that they can learn to know more. So I'll tell them that, well, God will take them, I'll pray for them that they will be greater than us, but they should put those two things in consideration. Education for the foundation. It is very important. Okay, embarrassing moments happened in the bank. I ate too much vegetables, so I was perfectly I was okay when I left the house. So I'm getting to the bank. I came in, people were like, hi, hello. So I sat down, I was talking with the cashier, like, I need to open a business account or stuff like that. I started feeling it, like they called me, somebody calling me from my stomach, like, hello, guy, we are coming down. The loads are coming. I was like, no. So madam, so what are you talking about? I was like, stand up now before I deal with you. And the toilets to the banking hall is choked. So you understand, you can even hear the sound. So by the time I offload the first load, it was echoing even to my hearing. I said, yes, so another one came, then I finished. I cleaned up, I wanted to go out from the toilet. They called me again, a guy, you need to do more. Again, so I was there for almost 1 hour. And eventually, I thank God, customer comes, customer leaves. But the workers were like, Baba, you don't finish our toilet today. That's one of the most embarrassing moments. All right, my name is Tayo Babatunde, aka Babati. Keep watching Broadway TV. It's the best reality. Broadway TV. Tumari busu kia. Me rajari tumari papi de. Rajari tumari keke Broadway TV. Tumari keep watching. Si shishong koshi ya. Shishong koshi nga. Yaro nga Broadway. Si shishong koshi nga. Yi chong koshi nga. Keep watching Broadway TV.